Alright, so welcome everyone to my Pokemon Chaos Emerald gameplay. The only reason why I'm actually commentating right now is because I have a friend with me, Panda. Go ahead and say hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Shut up, I don't speak taco.
Neither do I. God, it's been a while since I played Ruby and the like.
I will not lie, Emerald is one of my favorite games, specifically because it's an extended story and I prefer extended stories.
Yeah, I've tried to play every Pokemon version. I'm looking forward because they did say they're making one for Switch, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to pick it up when they finally announce it. I'm going to go completely overboard on the hype
So it's
train. I
either
know
going to be
that.
released. I'm hoping the one thing I'm really hoping that they do is release a demo in December, and then release the actual game in either January or February, giving them an extra 2 months to refurbish the game. Because Nintendo has put a shit ton of pressure on them on Game Freak about the
Yeah.
release of the game to make it for December, because there's no way in hell they can make it for November, as they literally have to start from the ground up.
Well,
I
they're
mean, these
saying
things take like years, but problem is, even Game Freak themselves have said they don't really have much of a story, and they don't know how they're going to incorporate the game, whether or not if it's going to be full 3D world where you can rotate with the right stick, or if it's going to be a classic, or if it's going to be more of like Pokemon Coliseum, but it is a game for the Switch.
yeah,
It's even funnier is no
Game
one
Freak never
wants it.
didn't make the Coliseum XD games. I remember that. They
What's
were good
even
games.
funnier is that nobody wants the Pokemon Coliseum games.
I
I mean,
loved
no,
them.
sorry, no, not the Coliseum. Like, no one wants another Pokemon game. They want the Pokemon remakes.
Nostalgia there, I can see. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking it's going to be more 2019 because they stated it's going to be like real late 2018 at the earliest, but most likely late 2019
Yeah.
when they first stated that they were making it. Now that's all I know is the official like news where the creator came
I'm
on from it and
aware
said,
of, that's why I said it's gonna be a hell of a while, because like I said, they're gonna push it for late 2018. And usually November is the month of all new games.
AAA releases.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they're going to do Smash Bros for their November release,
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt they're doing November release of Smash Bros.
and I think that's what they're planning: is Smash Bros for them. Then like 4 or 5 months down the line, you're going to start announcing Pokemon, start showing it off. Then like 2 months after that, it's going to be released. But I know they're not putting it out 2018. I know that. It'd be too soon.
Like, a demo would be okay, but the first thing that they need to do is port Pokebank to the Switch before they do the actual Pokemon game itself.
I've never taken part in any of the bank systems. I've only ever just had them on my game.
Well, I like the bank system because I already have a team of 5 Pokemon that I'm literally almost every Pokemon I have on my list right now, because my list consists of so I did my Pokemon Chaos Emerald, and because every time I plan do a Pokemon game, I always take a list and I say, okay, what Pokemon do I want to use, and what Pokemon would I start off with, and what Pokemon would I use? And normally I take the Pokemon and I would spawn them in at the very beginning of the game in the first episode, but this time I'm doing every Pokemon in their proper location because it's easy. So my Pokemon I'm going to be going with are Lotad, Makuhita, Aron is my starter, Swablu, Seedot, and Wynot. And why not? Because, well, ask yourself this, why not?
Yeah. God, it's been a while since I've thought about Pokemon. I beat X and Y. I beat the Alpha Ruby, I think, is the one I played.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I beat those.
We literally, everyone just calls it Oras. Oras and D.
I've never been massively into the community. I've always just loved the games.
I myself have not been a fan. Like well, like the community's okay, but when it comes to like the ROM community, like that's where like my people are.
Yeah, all the modding and all of that.
Yeah, especially of the Hoenn region, because like my personal opinion, like everyone has their own opinion. My personal opinion, Pokemon 3rd generation, specifically Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, was the best generation I've ever played. Like, I still even play Omega Ruby to this day. And I have, like, I've played it 4 times. 3 times I've transferred over my Pokemon to the Pokebank to my, Pokemon Sun. And the other reason why is because I just like the Zigzagoon instead of the Poochyena. Because in my opinion, Zigzagoons are adorable. Alright, so these were the 3 Pokemon I had to choose from. We have Aeron, Slackoff, and then Shroomish. No, see, I was thinking of going with Slackoff as one of my Pokemon, and then I realized, well, I already have a normal type in my party. Because my original loadout was going to be either Slackoff or Zangoose. And then I was like, I need a fighting type in there because I know I'm going to come against Norman. And Aeron and Aggron, like literally, they're just TM hoarders. You can literally teach Aeron anything. And one of the few things
Don't you need to trade them to make Aggron evolve?
No, you just need to get it to like level, I believe, 45. Let me grab my strategy guide real quick.
Okay.
Plus, you can literally cheat the evolution system in this game because of the Nuzlocke, where it says possible evolutions. And if you go to the site, it'll tell you exactly like what level or special conditions. Specifically, like if it's like to get a Magmortar, you just need to have Magmar holding a Magmizer and then level it up to a certain level.
Okay.
Aeron, yeah, level 42 to get an Aggron. But all the Pokemon I have just require, like, Lotad requires, Lombre requires a Water Stone, which should be easy. Nuzleaf requires a Leaf Stone, which should be easy as well. Emphasis on should.
Those ones are base standard, right?
Yeah, and if not, I can literally just cheat the game, buy one, and move on with my life.
I liked, Sun and Moon. I played Moon.
I played Moon and then I played Ultra Sun.
I have not played the Ultra ones yet.
I would honestly have said just go straight for fucking Ultra because like like I said, I'm a huge
you like
fanatic
the continuation.
Like if they took Pokemon, like what I wish they did, like what I love the most of what they did with Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 is literally they took the continuation of Black and White and then they made it the Black and White 2 where where everybody's advanced. You have a new character, Nate. You go from, I can't remember the kid's name. You go from that kid to Nate. And Sharon is the new gym leader. Bianca is the Pokemon researcher of her own, but still an assistant, but higher up. And then Iris is no longer a gym leader, as his father takes a position, and she is now an Elite Four member, or the new champion. And it's things like that that are just what like make me love like Pokemon, or when people actually go and hang on, wait, I forgot what item. Dire hit. Oh, fuck off. I said get no bad items, you piece of shit. Anyways. but as I'm saying, yeah, like, it's a continuation of a game. Like, I remember, like, someone making a ROM hack, 2 ROM hacks, right? They made a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald, and then they made a continuation where you play the game over again, but instead you're the champion of the region, and there's a whole new storyline to it.
Yeah, and that's always fun.
And I remember playing, like there's a website, a music sharing website called amini.net that's, like, no longer active today. And I remember, like, you would look up for Pokemon, I would look up Pokemon, you could find both music files, game files, and I found this game called Pokemon Armaldo. And it was basically Pokemon with Armaldo on the front, and when you were in the, how it started was, like, the weirdest shit, right? You start off in this cave, you walk out, and you're in, Petalburg City, right? Next thing you know, everything's chaotic. You have no Pokemon, like, there's fucking grass, there's water, there's the kids, like, the ninjas, things up, and everything else, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, the second you either leave, or you get into a Pokemon battle, you immediately are awoken as you apparently passed out in the truck. See, the one thing I like the most about this game is that you're in a truck instead of, oh, I'm in my bedroom. I will say, out of the Pokemon ROM hacks that I've played, Pokemon Light Platinum is actually one of my favorites. I didn't get to beat it. I didn't get to finish it because I lost data. You still there?
That sucks.
Yeah. And here's the thing about Pokemon Light Platinum, is that it was a Pokemon Emerald path, right? And basically what it did was, it had its own story, is that you also had, like, your character could talk, you had Ash Ketchum, you had Red. And you just had all these different things, and throughout the game, you could actually get, like, there would be these random people in, like, different towns that actually had the starters of each generation up to Generation 4. So you can get Charmander, Squirtle, and Barbasol all the way up to Chimchar, Torterra, and
Turtwig. Good old Turtwig, the turtle thing. Sinnoh had the weirdest thing, because Infernape was arguably the best. You could easily fight off Torterra.
No. I'd have to fight you there. I loved Infernape my first playthrough. I liked Empoleon my second, and then I played nothing but with Torterra, as Torterra can easily kick both Empoleon's and Infernape's asses.
Yeah, but so could Infernape, though, because he has the ability...
Well, here's the thing. Infernape's not Typhlosion. There's a difference. Typhlosion was overpowered and could easily kick fucking Feraligator's ass with both hands tied behind his back, because all he had to do was use Eruption. Fucking Infernape, you actually have to go to a move tutor and teach him, like, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Thunder Punch in order to even stand a chance against Empoleon and against Empoleon and Torterra. I mean, you had a neutral damage against Empoleon, considering that it was a water steel type.
Yeah.
And one of the other things about this game that I like is that it's literally the only game in the entire series that you actually get to meet your father.
That is also a good thing. You've always just been like, if I went to the Pokemart to get a potion real quickly. How long ago was that? 10 years? How old are you? 9? What the fuck?
I'm just glad that they now, instead of a white kid, they allow you to pick what race you are. From other, like, pale as Brandon to as black as fucking, the dancers in fucking, Black and White 2.
No, I never played Black and White 2.
So, alright, well then you might want to be here for when I do my Pokemon Black, when I do my Pokemon, because I'm doing Pokemon White, and then I'm doing Pokemon Black too, to keep on the theme of playing it, with Zekrom.
Yeah, I never got into them. They just felt like more of the 4th generation, not the new. It didn't feel like it did anything cool. That's what made the 6th interesting. That's what made the 7th with Sun and Moon, is that they had their own.
Well, here's the thing with you may think that, but in actuality, Pokemon Black and White 2 actually set up like different camera angles. And I will say, like, for a decent game, it kind of holds up today. But, I will say, like, Pokemon Platinum... Actually, no, in the Distortion world, Pokemon Platinum is what's set up for, Pokemon Black and White. Because the Distortion world had all the different, you know, angles and everything. Well, this I mean, like, you literally have certain, like, they did, like, different camera rotations in, Black and White 2, which I thought was pretty cool because it was ahead of its time. And the only reason why, like, they literally went all-out 3D aspects in the game of Pokemon, Aura was because the DS could only handle so much. That's why they even included the new 3DS, which could handle, like, Pokemon Ultra and Sun and Moon without any problem. Because if you load up Pokemon Moon or Sun and Moon or Ultra on the regular, there is both a while of loading up, like loading time between the start of it and when you close out of the game. Alright, now we gotta find a fucking Nuzlocke. I mean, see that. I would have laughed if that was just the second I said that was the first Pokemon to appear.
That would be a very fun moment, honestly. I just need a Seedot, and there's a Seedot. I once completely randomized one of the ROM files I had of this game, or of of the 4th generation. That was a fun generation.
So, like,
and one of the Pokemon that spawned was a Swampert at level 7 and a Lugia.
Nice.
So I had like a 5th level Lugia. And I'm just collecting all of these legendary Pokemon. And then I fought an enemy with a Mewtwo. One of my enemies had a Mewtwo. That was a very bad moment for me.
No, one of the worst moments I've ever had while playing it was I had, so I had the 3 Withers, right? As a starter Pokemon. I obviously picked Groudon because Groudon is my favorite, but Rayquaza is better. So, yeah. Groudon only knows Mudshot and Standard Attack.
You have like a 200.
Happens when I get to the 3rd fucking trainer with a goddamn Tailo.
What?
I can't do shit.
Alright, because...
So I literally, and I didn't save prior, so I literally restart I literally just throw away the file in the trash. And I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, that had to be annoying.
It was. I have like a 99% randomized file called This Will Suck, and I have no idea what's on it because I made it like over a year ago. And when I was looking like through my random, like when I was like creating my plans for like my randomizer and everything, I was like, maybe I should play this for a video just to see what it's like.
It was not good.
Well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I'm just, interested in the next Pokemon game. And there's nothing on it. They have kept it quiet, and I'm just like,
Well,
I don't want to see what they're doing.
the only thing anybody's ever been able to dig up on is called Pokemon Stars. That's about it. Now, they thought people were thinking that is literally the sequel to Pokemon Ultra, and I'm like, if they make a third sequel to a Pokemon game, I'm gonna scream.
Yeah, that would be a little annoying.
I mean, yeah, make a third game to a third, like, no. Like, 2 was enough. Because originally, Pokemon Black and White 2 was supposed to be Pokemon Gray.
Yeah, I don't like the double up sequels, honestly.
Well, they canceled that with replacing Pokemon Black and White 2, giving you more options and a brighter story. But, I mean, they would have gotten the same thing. They just changed some of the layout. Fucking, I don't want a Lotus hat, I want a Seedot.
Wait, can you get a Lotad and the Seedot in the same game?
Yes, and then an Emerald, because it gives you both Pokemon in every game.
Yeah, that's what I haven't liked about Ultra Sun and Moon about,
Well, because it's not like Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Platinum.
Yeah, it's not the mix of both games in like the
That's why I
definitive
like
edition.
it.
It feels like they made 2 more complete editions, but not the definitive. That's why I'm looking forward to buying the Hyrule Warriors, because it's actually just all of Hyrule Warriors.
Well, here's the thing, you get the base game, and you get literally all the DLC that's ever created, including customized
And
outfits.
it's...
Including outfits from Hyrule, from Breath of the... Fucking, I'm thinking my D&D session. Breath of the Wild.
And you get all the, 3DS and Wii U stuff at the exact same time, which is even better, because
All
instead of
in one
getting
class.
both
Yeah,
editions...
so you literally get every character unlocked, unless they're gonna be dicks about it and you have to go in and... Because that's what
I'm
DX
thinking you'll have to
that's why I
earn a
liked-
bunch of them.
That's why I liked about DX was that for Pokken Tournament DX that you immediately got Shadow Mewtwo right off the bat.
Yeah, but wasn't he DLC, the Shadow Mewtwo?
No, he wasn't. He was an end game campaign unlockable.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to unlock all the DLC characters right away. Unlock a lot of
Well,
the
no,
big...
they're obviously going to unlock all the DLC because they literally unlocked all the DLC from Mario Kart DX. So you immediately got all the DLC characters, maps, and parts.
But I think you're going to have to earn, like, Ganondorf and, those
Maybe?
characters.
I don't know.
I feel like you would.
Yeah, if I have to go and fucking
Because story
gear
mode.
him again, I'm gonna scream. Because getting gear him was a bitch.
I'm thinking they're going to lighten the requirements to get everything, so it's not going to be like, oh, you have to do this weird task and this weird task. It's just going to be like, do this or complete these missions.
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to is the 2-player co-op because I have like friends that might. Well, never mind. It's going up after college ends, so I guess that's one of it. Okay,
It's local multiplayer?
I got a serious question for you. Have you ever been like have earbuds in, and then all of a sudden you feel like you can't breathe because your earbuds are too far in?
No. I am sorry, that is an odd question.
Well, fucking I just think I don't think I know Seedot resides here, but I don't think he resides in this specific area. I think he resides where he usually rolls for time. Because there's like a 5% chance you'll find a Ralts in this specific area. Because like what I like about the game is that here, like they have the Pokemon in specific areas. Like near water, obviously you'll have some water type, i.e.
Lotad.
Yeah. And of course, Zigzag and Mechanic. I'm gonna drink Kodak, but I mean, like, what's interesting is like there's literally only one set of patched grass that you can only find.
Seedot?
No, Surskit.
I loved Surskit, but it's such a weak Pokemon because bug type.
It's a bug type and it's a water type. I mean, Masquerain, like, when I first saw, like, when I first played, and I would always tune into the news to see where Surskit was or Skitty. I had a Skitty, I never had a Delcat because I didn't want to evolve it, right? And I'm, like, playing through, trying to figure out, like, where the Surskit is, and where the Skitty is. And then I grab it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the only good thing that came out of Skitty was the move assist. I always like leaving this guy high and dry, just because, like, when I complete the game, I can come back and just, like, oh, you have these level 3s, here's my level 70, eat it, bitch. So, I remember, like, back in high school, like, my junior year, so my sophomore, junior year, I had this game called Pokemon Ruby 2012 edition, right?
I've never heard of that before.
So what it was Pokemon from the Pokemon games that were released in 2012. Like, I believe it was 4th generation, right? And so it was basically the idea that remakes were gonna be a thing. And it was a GBA ROM, and it actually looked pretty fucking cool, considering like how they took the base of Pokemon Ruby, and then they messed with some of the layout. I remember getting up to Rustboro City, and it looking like a different city in general, and it looked pretty fucking cool.
So they just relayed out the entire thing of Ruby.
Like, there were logs, there were rivers where there shouldn't be. It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of popularity within like map remakes and all that, but I've never been big on ROMs. I've always just loved playing Pokemon, sitting down on like a bus or a thing, sitting there playing it on a Game Boy, on a DS, on a 3DS, just enjoying it as, you know, as a pastime.
Well, apparently the Ludicolo Festival is not an actual thing. It upsets me.
Yeah.
And Mirror B is stuck in my head.
I don't blame you.
God, XD Gale of Darkness.
Well, Pokemon Coliseum in general, both Coliseum and Gales of Darkness are pretty great. My only concern, for Pokemon Stars, or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, actually has Pokemon that can follow you around. Because they already have the sprites and everything.
Yeah,
From the data mine Pokemon Sun and Moon, was that your Pokemon would be like Dragonite would be walking on 2 feet. So instead of flying, you know, like in the photos.
Yeah.
This is a wild Pokemon. Why am I flying?
Free experience.
Fuck that shit. I'm here for one fucking cause, and that's to get a fucking nose with Seedot. You bitch! I was so close, yet so far, and in the end, it didn't fucking matter. You bitch.
Yeah, that sucks. But hey, it's quick and it's free experience, right?
Yeah. Problem is, I was about to say, problem is, only Aeron's can get this one. I would just find it hilarious how Aeron's body is just performing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Astonish, but I mean, it's fucking useless. It literally only does 60 damage.
Yeah. There are a lot of weird moves in the Pokemon world that just don't work well.
It took him about 4 generations, like, 4 generations to buff up Pokemon, frickin' Poison Sting. It's like, Poison Sting was one of the basic Pokemon poison moves you know, and it was the weakest thing.
Wasn't it like 10 damage and a chance to poison, like light poison?
Yeah, probably the thing about it was like, it was 15 damage, and one thing I actually like I said, I'm actually right here, so. Air Cutter, and use some contest moves. Poison Sting, 15 damage, yeah. 30% additional effective poison. So basically you had a 30% chance of poison.
That's fun in its own. It's useful in its own way. Poison over time, but Pokemon is not a game you usually want to draw out.
I mean, yeah, well, 'cause, like Pokemon, like Poison Tail, easily score a critical hit, 10% chance of poison.
Now that's useful.
And it did like 50 damage, 100% accuracy. Poison Fang, 50 damage, 100%. And it had the exact same like poison thing. 30% chance of poisoning the target. Poison damage grows greater with each passing turn. So meaning that it was not a light damage, it was a heavy damage. It was a heavy poison. And here's the one thing I loved about Pokemon is that with like light poison, you could walk it off.
I don't think you can get rid of poison by just moving.
No, you can. So what happened was in my last video, I had my Darkrai was poisoned, right? And
Yeah.
I'm running all the way to the Pokemon Center. And when I get to the Pokemon Center, it says Darkrai has endured the poisoning and is now cured. But he only has a 1 HP left. I had a Typhlosion that was poisoned, and he was already in the red. I took a step away from the fat fuck because I'm on my way to the Elite Four, and it said Typhlosion had survived his poisoning and is now cured.
Yeah, most poisons don't take you below 1 HP.
Well, no, otherwise they would faint if they didn't survive. So that's what I'm saying is that if it's like toxic, like back then, toxic wasn't that fair. Like you can tell the difference between light poison and dark poison by looking at the poison icon and seeing if it's a light purple or a dark purple. And I had a Pokemon that used Toxic on my Darkrai, and it was literally a light poison. I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna end the stream right here because I'm